Well,
Studying, not studying?
no, I'm pretty old. I'm actually working in the medical educational department
Cool.
for the University of AGU.
Okay.
And yeah, basically taking care of the new generation of doctors.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So what got you into the medical industry?
Well, nothing.
You
The
just woke
chance.
up وقال
Yeah,
خلاص.
I mean, I had the interest in it, but basically, like, the position have more control and actually knowing the kind of student that are
Okay.
going to be the future doctors.
Okay, but you didn't
So-
want to be a doctor yourself though.
Well, at some point, yeah, but I chose a different path.
Okay.
So I chose logistics and marketing and different things. So the chance came that I can be part of this, and to be honest, it's one of the awesomest chances that I ever had.
You want to stay in
Like-
Bahrain or you want to maybe go to Saudi or Dubai?
Well, I have applied to the University of Imam bin Abdurrahman, Imam bin Abdurrahman Al Faisal
Yeah?
for a lecturer there who, for
Come, we're
supply
doing
chain.
a show. Yeah?
So if I had the chance to work there, I would.
But
But,
I-
so far, I'm pretty like comfortable where I am right now.
Okay, so you're not looking too desperately to
No,
get
no,
out
no,
or
no,
شغل زي
no.
كذا.
I pretty like where I am right now, and it's gonna give you a purpose, you know. Especially like in the medical field, you know that these people that you're graduating are gonna save lives.
Hey.
We're gonna do mistakes.
Hey.
So you judge by their things. So some people,
Luckily you don't work in legal, huh?
I will leave that to my friend, to my cousin.
Yeah, so you both are then in the medical industry, huh? Go hand in hand?
No,
لا.
he's in the law.
He's in the law?
Yeah.
الله يساعدك. Yeah,
the
والله يساعدك.
enforcer of the law. Yeah.
And how is it? Difficult or okay for you guys?
For him, it's well. Let's not get in details about
لا يا على
that.
طول مع القبعة والسنجلاسز على طول.
Yeah, he's trying to not be known. Anyway.
But yeah,
So,
so medical industry, you're still thinking about being a doctor one day, or nurse, or medical, or anything? Labtician, lab?
Not really, no. If it's actually related to medication, is like or medicine is not like something that I was hoping for, but it came by the chance that I'm taking care of these people, and I like the fact that I was gonna be there. I had a different career path, which is being a lecturer, but at that time I didn't have like the potential of graduating these people. You're trying to not just teach, to inspire, to make people believe in the thing that they're studying in. So I cannot.
That's scary for about doctors.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to teach them to believe in the medicine.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. For example, there's someone that misses always his presentations,
Hey,
and he rather do them recorded.
okay.
And
Good and bye bye.
no, in my position, I can tell him that okay, you legally you're doing everything right, but why are you doing this? You're skipping every presentation, and you just started in the university. So why not like give them a chance and tell them like talk to them. Why are you doing that? Why are you skipping, especially the presentation all the time? So
ما شاء الله عليك والله.
so you can actually go with them and actually talk to them. And what I did, which is not actually my job, would go with him to the class, and at the time of his presentation, actually just like prop him up, like there's nothing to fear. In the future, you're gonna be facing a lot of patients, a lot of these things. So these things are just like something that you have to overcome in the beginning. So if you're just skipping that or just running away from it, it's just not gonna help you at all.
Okay, I mean, I love that you have so much passion with these young, I mean, they're not young kids, but these young adults and helping them go through the curriculum. Mm-hmm. It sounds amazing to me. And where do you think this passion comes from helping the younger?
Well, I gotta say, like, life is tough. Everybody
Sure.
knows this life is tough. Everybody have their share of things and that happen to them. So in my perspective, always give a helping hand to anyone that needs it. So a lot of people that they don't have like somebody actually to listen to them, or somebody that could understand or be an open-minded towards the thing. So, for example, you will have traditional parents that will actually talk about things like, okay, oh, if you're doing that, you should result into that. But it's a different generation, and there is a gap between them. So you need to listen more than you actually talk. So I learned that a lot of people that just need actually some people to listen to. And that's what happened to me. Like, I didn't have anyone to listen to me or to listen to my problems. So I started to develop something, and we have established a Discord group called Saturn. It was like a long time ago.
MashaAllah.
And the purpose of it, to help anyone that actually have these problems. We're not professionals. We're just people that have experience with the psychological problems.
And offer support.
Yeah, we're just there for support and advice. If there's like...
Clara, did you leave it? Yeah, she left it? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I did. I did.
All right, cool.
Here are the existing. Please interview Kira tomorrow.
Inshallah.
Thanks, Ahmed.
Inshallah.
So yeah, the basic idea of Saturn... Thank you.
Eat some for breakfast and spits you out for dinner. I'll watch it online tonight.
Well, I'll be watching myself tonight also. Maybe gonna have fun with myself.
I was wondering what you're doing on the mirror. Yeah, what? Okay, so you don't want to be a therapist?
Well, I did apply for it for studying psychology, but in my field, like I'm more into self-study, because professionals, you know, they have like a certain way to go in, and I'm not a professional in that field. What I'm doing is basically like
Giving an ear to listen.
having an ear, but actually stepping in the same shoes that these people are stepping in. You know, putting yourself in their position, feeling what they're feeling. As always, I've been an emotional guy, and for me, being there for these people is actually what drives me. And we helped a lot of people. Basically, Saturn, the Discord group, it is like we're the people of Saturn. Me and a couple of friends, we created it. We have our share of history and stories and everything. So we created it to actually help people, you know, through stuff that they cannot actually go. For example, here, if you said something about depression, what are they gonna say?
Get tough.
Get tough. This you haven't seen the world yet. You should actually.
You sound like my dad. What happened?
Yeah, exactly. Like these are the things that you actually hear. So the thing is, we're there to anyone that wants to be to be helped. And we basically graduate people from Saturn, because sometimes it's like metaphorically, the human world becomes so overwhelming for them that they cannot actually coexist with humans. I'm speaking metaphorically, so.
You mean they can't coexist in a normal society with expectations
because they see, for example, humanity is so evil and those things. For example,
Okay.
imagine this. How do you measure how good you are as a person?
I don't ask these questions personally. I
Well,
try to live my life.
I'm trying to ask you.
Sure.
If you're a good person,
Sure.
how would you measure that?
I don't measure myself being good or bad. I measure myself as myself. Yani, is Hamad doing the best he can? Yes, Hamad is doing the best he can. Khalas. I don't go and wonder to myself, oh, are people judging me? Yani, Zayd
No,
Mumtaz.
it's not about people judging you. It's about what a human nature is. So the key of enlightenment is actually encountering the shadows.
Sure.
So how do you encounter those shadows in terms of knowing what's...
You've ever heard of this saying, the route to hell is paved on good intentions?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I don't worry about what is good or what is bad. I worry that I'm sticking to the law, and I also worry that I'm being the best I can be. Khalas.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, you accidentally like...
I make sure to say that part for the lawyer.
Oh, yeah. We'll have someone present for you. Don't worry, we'll have you back.
There you go.
Anyways, So, okay.
But are you worried about whether you're being good by? I mean, how do you base good on what criteria?
That's what I was about to tell you. How do you encounter the shadows? You as a human being, you've been part of what?
Society, parents, family,
History.
History. Okay.
History. So what is history in? Slavery, racism, medieval torture, all of these things, the Holocaust, everything that the human did, genocides. That's human. That's what you did. That's what you're capable of doing.
Sure.
That's what I'm capable of doing.
Sure.
That's what everybody's capable of doing.
Sure.
So how do you measure how good you are?
Sure. By not
compared to
committing.
the history that the human race is actually built on. I mean, everybody says like the history is written by the victor.
Winners.
Yeah. So they leave the dark side of everything. But as a human being, you get to know what a human being is capable of.
So we've had this discussion before on the episode. Dan, can you look it up? Was it the Great Ape War or was it the chimpanzee? Was it the Great Ape War? It happened between 1994 to 1997. It was the first time on record, on film, where two tribal apes went and massacred each other. As in like a war, as in they worked to extinguish the other group.
Apes.
So it's not just in human biology. We are part of nature biology, and you find that reflected also in the animal kingdom. We are more similar than different.
Well, yeah.
So genocide isn't purely a human trait. It exists in nature.
It does exist in nature, but as a human being, you can actually have more control over comparing your brain to an ape.
Sure.
You will have more intelligence than that.
Interesting, because dolphins have almost the same IQ levels as humans. So, but it depends on what you call as intelligent, right?
Yeah, but dolphins, do they build a society? Did they build a society?
You're talking about consciousness rather than IQ. There's a big difference between the two.
Well, you have to compare everything.
Sure.
Consciousness, emotions, intelligence, all of these, it's like a triangle.
Sure.
There won't be a triangle. It would be just a line if one is missing.
Sure.
So you won't have something existing without the other. So we're as people, are made of these things. So,
but if you would have gone back in time and were part of the Mongolian Empire with Genghis Khan, where he went and killed 40 million people, as a Mongolian warrior, you weren't there going, "Oh my God, this is really bad." You're like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? It's a reflection of what you get taught in history and about what society dictates of good and bad, right? No one in the Mongol Empire went, "We shouldn't burn this village." They were like, "Let's light it up."
yes, true, but of course you're gonna be you're gonna have like being a patriarch and all of these stuff about your nation and everything, but at the same time, you'll always have things.
China, by the way, also had a matriarchy society, and Japan. Both of them also committed atrocities, genocides. So it's not just like a patriarchy thing.
Yeah, it is in history. It's like in every nation committed these kind of things. So
the question of it, is it rather good or bad, or whether that's something that it's above our ability to ask?
Well, the way I see it, human nature is actually destructive more than constructive.
No, I disagree, Habibi.
How do you disagree with that?
What would happen in the last 2,000 years? We went from a Roman Empire to having running water, electricity, internet. كل شيء you have ever wanted بالحياتك, it is available to you. Never before in human history.
Development.
Hey.
What happened to social development?
Okay.
We're still having this war.
You're talking about communal societies?
I'm talking in general, in every aspect.
Hey.
We're having wars regarding things.
But do you think wars are inherently bad or inherently good?
Wars are bad in general.
Interesting. Okay.
If I'm not sure what your nationality is.
Saudi.
سعودي اهلا وسهلا.
من الشرقية.
الشرقية قريب.
اخوان.
دمام والله وين؟
الدمام.
دمام اهلا وسهلا. Yusuf.
No, but look, listen. These questions, they're above my pay grade in the sense. No, not from like I'm worried about a moralistic answer. I'm saying it's above my pay grade because I'm not in a position of making those decisions, right?
We're not in a position to make decisions.
That's exactly it, right? So I'm not, yani.
But we do realize, like,
By the way, sorry to interrupt you. My thesis for my paper was increasing.
or doctorate.
No, Malik. It was does military spending increase innovation? That was my thesis, and the data shows, at least from what I've gathered, yes, the more military is spent, the more innovation happens. And the sebab for it is because the military is able to spend on R&D projects that the private sector isn't able to do. 3G, for example, GPS, touchscreens, lithium batteries. Everything on your phone is literally developed by the military, and it's just been trickled down into consumer grade.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's also
it's the
about
military that gives us the innovation.
Well, because you're trying to protect your country as much as possible, so you provide the top-notch
Sure.
technology expert in that field. But still, if you actually put that into terms of actually being friendly with your neighbor, for example,
Sure.
we're as a human beings, we're more capable of doing a lot than we're actually doing right now.
I guess maybe
But we're not actually moving forward that much.
we are, Habibi.
No. I would disagree.
طالع what happened in the last 20 years? We went from having to remember our phone numbers for our parents' homes, having to carry cash with us.
Yeah, you're always speaking in the technology way.
Sure.
I'm talking about the human perspective way.
There's less wars now than there were 20 years ago, globally.
Less wars.
Less wars. We live in one of the most peaceful times in history.
Well,
It's crazy, I know.
but
You're getting very nervous.
I don't know if you actually know this, but in the term of human existence, how many years of world peace did we have?
World peace, about a day, I think. There's always been some sort of conflict somewhere.
It was. I'm talking about the human history, like from the beginning.
Oh,
of
from the
time.
beginning. I mean, I don't know how you
It was
preface
just
that.
like almost a century, just a century, and we're talking about billions of years of existence.
Not billion. Human society's only existed for about 10,000 years, 5,000 years, depending on how you index it.
Well, no, come on.
Egypt society has only been 5,000.
Yeah, but Egypt is way there. There was like a lot of history before that.
The first human beings found, skeleton-wise, is 160,000 years ago.
Yes. but
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. Like, what if things are actually
Babylon, the
Are we talking
Bahrain.
about the Neanderthals and
No, but
the Homo
حتى
sapiens?
البحرينيين الدانمون Delmon
Yeah.
society is only about 4,500 years. So
yeah, Dilmun, I think I'm not sure.
it's
It's a Persian, I think.
this is the oldest account from history in this region is the Dilmun society,
Yeah.
and that was about
No, wait,
5,000 years.
Dilmun or Tylos?
Dilmun
After
is
it is Tylos.
after it is Tylos. Yes.
Okay. Not that, really that good in history, but
Our region, we don't really look too much deep into
yeah.
history. we're not exactly very historical people.
Exactly. We just don't want to be part of that. Thing.
No, it's not that. It's because no money's spent on it. Because where's the money spent is on Western societies.
Well, yeah, true.
We know all the emperors of Rome, right? And there's
Oh,
a
yeah,
reason for
true.
that, right? Because that's what the West likes. It's the cradle of civilization for the West.
But how did you know them? From books?
Me reading. I love reading.
Okay, then that's the thing. Our publicity is not as much as the Western publicity.
Okay.
So if you're having, like, for example, you're gonna talk about like books and these things, not as much as Arabic books are published about history as much as the Western books are
صح.
published. So that goes into media too. So you'll see movies that portraying the Persian Empire, the old empires, and the Roman Empire. For example, 300, the movie. It's actually about the Persian going to Rome and trying
Greece.
to occupy Greece. Sorry, and trying to occupy the
Peninsula.
yeah, but they couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very famous story, the Spartan 300.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the Persian king at that time. That he actually then he stepped down after that war, and then I think
You're talking
he
about the
got-
Ottoman society. This was
it's not the
Ottoman. It was
Persian.
Persian. Yeah.
I forgot their names.
I don't know where you're coming from. No, but حبيبي شوف مع ثانية this is ليش احنا قاعد نتكلم بالانجليزي؟ Because this is وش صار مع الwesternization globally, right? If you're looking at what exported from the West, be it Hollywood, TV shows, movies, and it's English literature, right?
Sure.
It's because المنطقة الريجن حقنا we're lacking content being produced A for our own language and B for our own يعني people. صح ولا لا؟ I mean don't forget that Bahrain only got independence in 1971. Before that, it was a colony from the UK. Prior to 1948, Saudi was the first contact with the Americans. مع Malik Faisal and not J. Edgar Hoover.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, exactly. Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
So prior to that, we didn't really have يعني contact in that sense.
We didn't have contact, but Saudi is the only, I think, the only kingdom in the Middle East that haven't actually been colonized.
That's also very true, but it's also very young as well.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's been like, we're talking about the establishment of the kingdom when Saudi actually came to.
But they also
existence.
kick people out.
Yeah, there was a war before that.
There
but
we go.
Before acknowledging Saudi as Saudi.
Of
But
course.
the thing is, Saudi always been a good power, to be honest. I really respect this kingdom and respect a lot of their decisions. And the first thing, the title, Khadim al-Haramain al-Sharifain, that just makes you proud of how leaders are actually naming themselves to the most sacred religion for our region and for ourselves.
I'm with you.
That they're actually being the servant for this monument.
But
This-
I'll take it a step further, and I mean, you can listen to the interview with MBS, mashallah alayh. He himself said the region is going to be put together as a union, and it needs to copy European Union, and it has to come, right? Because you're stuck in a world where you have China, Russia, USA, and Europe, right? And as independently as a nation, min al-Arab, we will not be able to compete on a global scale. That's why MBS said we need to, I mean, mashallah alayh, he said it himself. We need to have a Europeanized union, مع بلدنا, including Yemen, including Iran, and potentially even Israel. It's crazy 10 years ago to have this conversation, but we're now in a world where we can have that conversation, and that's my point exactly, that we're getting better.
we're getting better, but yes.
See, full circle.
But I'm still like convinced that as much as we're getting better, things are getting worse at the same time.
Wallahi, I'm telling you, every indicator and marker, when indexed to zero, is shown that we're increasing. Life standards, your ability to spend, your process of being available of meat and products, it's all increasing. طالع على generation حقنا، طالع على وزننا من the Middle East. Weight is an issue of what? Is an issue of abundance.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying. يعني our grandparents did not have the ability to go to a supermarket and يقول يلا أعطيني كولا أعطيني chips أعطيني دجاج.
Yeah.
This was not available.
They used to have six packs from just going diving for pillar.
That's what I'm
Pearl.
saying. طلع الجلسة مع the guys who are like in the 80s now, they're drinking hot coffee بالصيف بغى بالشمس.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have a problem ولا one sweat, جالسين بس كذا مرتاحين. And when they grip you by the hand, because they've lived all their life with livestock, the grip على يدهم, you cannot get out.
Exactly. Sorry,
Hey.
yeah, we know, you know all about that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, Habibi, if anything, we've had it too good.
Well, I would say different.
And interesting when he brought up depression. Depression is when you index it to other يعني societies بالعالم. It is a condition only affected in people who have an easier life standard. If your house is on fire, you're not worried about bukha. You're worried about saving whatever's in your house.
Yeah.
If you're working in a sweatshop in Vietnam,
Exactly.
you don't have time to be sad.
Exactly. That's how it's actually got to even worse than before, because people are more open to these kind of things, and they're seeing most lifestyle. They're seeing different parents, different ways of living.
Okay.
So the reason for them to be depressed is actually wider than before, and it's
Wider, okay.
wider than before. Like, okay, I will have this reason to be depressed. I will have that reason to be depressed. Oh, that. However, before, like, that's why I'm telling you the age gap between the parents, like, when they say, like, be a man or do these things. That's why it's different these days. As you said, we are different, yeah, in very, very different aspects. But still, there are some things that could affect you,
Sure.
but cannot affect me.
But don't you think the reason why our region, من GCC, the reason we're so much better off than the West is because of the communal living that we have مع عائلتنا. You see your cousins, you see your uncles, you see your brothers, you see your sisters.
Oh,
This does not
completely.
happen in the West,
Yes.
right? Number one. Number two, it is because of that impact من العائلة, people feel shame, which is good. You need people to يعني يفشل يعني تفشل حالك وش ذا. In the West, you know, people just go around like anything. Have no
Yeah.
shame. Oh,
Like
this is what I'm saying. This is why divorce rates is lower here than there, because it's also embarrassing. So if you marry, you make it work. You don't just say, "Oh, I'm not happy." You're not happy.
Yeah, you're not even trying to work on it.
That's what I'm saying. But if you feel يعني shame تقول ما أقدر أروح على عائلتي وأقول لهم I want to divorce my husband, I want to divorce my wife, whatever. Then you make it work. You go, hey, you know what? We're in a tough time and we'll fix it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you actually
There we go.
In Saudi they still have it a thing called the radwa.
Hey,
I think some tribes still
Hey.
do that.
Hey.
Like, for example, if you made the woman angry, the family would ask for the radwa.
hey.
So, but they don't actually like. They're always figuring out ways to actually keep the marriage going.
Absolutely. And that's
So
the right
this
way of
is-
doing it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not proud of our traditions and all of these things. In fact, it's
You should be. It's good.
I'm completely in love with the place I'm born in, the family I was born in, and every single aspect that I've grown in. However, I'm telling you, it is like whenever you're working, whenever you're studying, whenever these things gonna happen, bullying, these stuff, these all things that impact you when you're growing up. You said what's pushing me towards helping people?
I'm listening.
Two people. Actually, I'm gonna say two people, and another thing. First, before saying those two people, it's God, Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Alhamdulillah.
In the religion, I see a lot of people not actually following the religion of being a muhsin.
Hey,
They're not trying to be a muhsin.
hey.
Okay, we're being a mu'min by okay, the basics is اللي هو الخمس أركان الإسلام.
بس
Then
خليني
we're gonna-
أوقفك على دقيقة.
تفضل.
العلاقة مع الله والإنسان بالهوة. It is يعني you والله. ما تدخل الناس الثانيين وندخل الناس الثانيين ما تدخل علاقتك أنت مع الله.
Yes.
هذا this is my opinion.
Yeah.
My
I'm
problem is
not
a lot
saying-
of
I'm not saying
لا-
about
لا- 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 لا.
self.
this is why I hear lots of younger guys they're saying to me, oh, you know, this is not good Islam wise. قاني الإمام. وش دخلك الإمام؟ دخلت مع علاقة على الدين معك أنت والله.
Exactly.
ليش أنت رايح الإمام أقول أو هو قاني مش كويس؟ لا هذا مش الدين. This is
Yeah.
to me يعني this is craziness. You're not practicing good if you're just saying, oh well he told me not to do this خلاص I will not do this. فهمت علي يا شباب؟
In the
You're
end-
not
in
ما تفهمت علي؟ إن شاء الله.
the end,
Yeah.
nobody
أبدا.
actually goes to heaven without رحمة Allah.
صح.
So whatever we're gonna do, it's just like it's based on our intentions. And of course, you have, as I said, you have the basics of Islam, اللي هو أركان الإسلام، عقبها أركان الإيمان، عقبها أركان الإحسان.
إيه.
إحسان more into like how you're actually living with the society.
Sure, I'm with you.
And that's basically our religion, how it's telling us. I'm not telling you about my relationship with God. I'm telling you how actually the religion say
Exactly.
to treat your brother,
Exactly.
even if he was from another religion.
I agree. I'm with you.
So that's the first basics of you actually treating people as human being and not actually segregate between these things. I mean, we're Muslim and we're segregating in ourselves.
Hey, I agree.
But-
It's
yeah,
crazy. I
because-
agree.
Because, well, from the time of Abel and Cain, we've been killing each other. That's true.
Yeah,
And they were the descendants of Adam. So,
but it's not
anyway,
just in our religion. It's anyone's.
It's in every religion.
Look,
I'm telling
that's-
you. But the thing is,
Let's forget.
we have those اللي هو شنو قال رسول الله عليه الصلاة والسلام؟ انما اتيت ل ايش؟ اتمم مكارم الاخلاق.
اسأل جوجل.
he's more into these things. يعني ذاكرته ما شاء الله اقوى مني. انزين ف اتيت لاتمم مكارم الاخلاق. مكارم الاخلاق يا في البدايه. You see people that are being Muslims, but they're like أنت الكافر أنت الذي ربك ما بيغفر لك. من أنت؟
But I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. Like I said again, your religion between you والله. It ما يدخل على واحد ثاني. You know, this has
Exactly.
always been my philosophy on the subject.
Yeah, but it's people when they take it out of context, they develop hate.
Yeah, but they do that on purpose. They're looking for an
Exactly,
excuse.
for their
They're looking for an excuse and for
Exactly.
justification.
Exactly, for their benefit, for their political agenda, for whatever the reason is, for their extremist reasons. However, when you actually believe in the ways of that, and believe in you as a human being, and you're having a heart that actually have the compassion to help to be there, and just for example, you see the smallest act of kindness. For example, in the road, you see a thirsty camel, and you actually give him water. Those things are just like in your nature as a human being.
I like how you chose. I like how you chose a camel. It's so Middle Eastern.
Because this is the recent video.
Camel.
Okay, no, because that was the recent video I've seen. There was like a truck driver that stopped and gave the camel water. So I'm gonna use that.
عجبني. Of all the things you could pick, it had to be a camel. والله دمك عاب.
Yeah, I chose that. The last animal to be thirsty. Anyways.
Oh my God. Okay, you had two friends that had problems.
Two friends?
Yeah, you said one was مع علاقتك الله, and you said you helping two people.
that gave me the reason to be who I am in
Yeah.
terms of being my parents.
ما شاء الله عليهم.
One of my parents is a person that always inspires.
Okay.
One of my parents, the other one, my mom, is the person that doesn't involve in any kind of, like social problems. Like that if there is gossip, she won't be part of it. She won't even like move these words or just react towards these things. However, my dad is like more of an inspirer in that term. He's like more like, be that, help this person, be there for your family, do this, do that. So combining my parents' morals and ethics, you got me.
You help one people and the other you turn your head.
No, like
لا ضحك عليك.
it would actually help you not to actually start problems. Like, why would you spark an issue between people and friends?
معك حق.
If there is something, you can solve it by yourself. Solve it with them, so that they can face that person that they have the problem with. They don't need to have like he told you that, he talked about you. That's it. we're not.
But why
not
don't
there.
you do then an NLP course and then take that as your profession? If you enjoy helping people, you don't have to go and to be a psychologist. You don't even have to be a sociologist. What you can be is just an NLP and a coacher. And you can have all kinds of people from walks of life come in, and you just listen and help them through.
That's what I'm doing. That's actually where I'm trying to actually put Saturn in the map. The first Saturn is ceased to exist because one of the co-founder, my friend, has passed away.
Allah yarhamah. Allah yarhamah.
Well, he's Christian, but thank you.
Oh, whatever. Still.
So yeah.
God, good condolences. What am I supposed to say? My deepest
May
condolences
rest in
to his
peace.
family. Yeah, may he rest in peace.
May he
Khalas.
rest in peace. So wait, who? I'm trying to remember him. Oasis.
Bilbar,
Anyways.
Oasis.
I'm sorry. I know the face, but I can't. Yes. I remember. He used to work with me.
جامعة بعد.
No. He's way younger than me. I think he's 22, 21. Look, yeah.
My God, young man, full of life. MashaAllah عليك.
How old do you think I am?
24.
Thank you. I'm 30.
Okay. I'm 31.
Well, we're basically the same age. But the baby face helps, huh?
Oh, you're very lucky. You're very
Oh,
fortunate.
I actually love having this baby face.
It makes life easier, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, you can fit in by wearing all these things and nobody actually cares.
Yeah, but don't you feel like you can't connect with people?
You cannot connect.
ايه
حط القطرة ومش
وش
شكلك تغير كامل.
لأن ما يعني when you have someone who's like 24 I find it very difficult to talk about with them a subject that يعني they tell me على bands. I don't know these bands. They tell me على أفلام. I don't watch these movies.
Yeah,
I don't mean
the gaps are
it gets bigger and bigger as you get older.
Yeah, exactly. And even for example, like slangs.
Yeah.
These days, oh my god.
What is it? Yee, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeet.
Yeet, is it?
Yeah, yeet.
I don't know. What is it? Don't they go like yee or something like that?
When you throw something, you mean that?
Sheesh. I don't know. There's like a slang that young kids are using these days. Is it yee?
Yeah, it's yeet. When you throw something like yeet. What?
Well, there you go.
24, yeah.
There you go.
I'm socializing with every single
Yeah,
age.
you clearly get these things. I don't. This is not my world anymore.
Well, I'm gonna retire soon, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like you, opening a podcast. And talking
Podcast
about how
and then
old
just
I am.
enjoy. Well, I'm telling you, Habibi, if anything, you should start a podcast. أقولك, you'll never have more fun in your life.
Well, I think I never had the push towards it. As much as I said, like I never wanted. Maybe okay, you see me being there helping for people, but I would never be like in the upfront of being known. That's not something that I'd like to be.
You should do it, Habibi. Wallah, you should do it.
But fame or these things, it's not
It's
something.
not about fame. It's just that the friendships you make, and you can connect with people in walks of life that you would never normally connect with. Never.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gaining from socializing from different angles. But
Yeah, but
not
you're only
me
socializing from younger people.
Being the like the central of the idea or the central of the episode or these things.
You can just keep your mouth shut and then just go, okay, yeah, and just listen. If that's
Okay,
the way
yeah,
you want to do it,
Go ahead.
that's exactly it. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy it. And the amount of people you get to meet, DJs, students, teachers, writers, it just really opens your eyes. الحياة.
So you're being the Joe Rogan of the Middle East.
Why do I have to be somebody else? Can't I just be Hamad?
Well, so far, like he's dominating, even though I don't agree with him that much. But he has his way of actually like keeping the conversation going. Don't get me wrong, you're doing great.
I appreciate the compliment.
I mean, yeah, like you're doing awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate the
But
compliment,
in
buddy.
terms of like Joe Rogan, it's like he's the main one so far because he have all these kind of guests and all of these things.
He's been doing it for 15 years.
Yes, exactly. But still, but the thing is, he's more open towards every kind of people.
You want to come on
So
and talk about
lefties,
wild stuff? You can
righties,
come on.
Republicans, Democrats, all kind of people.
You want to come on and talk wild stuff? We can come on and talk wild
Exactly.
stuff.
Like he will talk about even DMTs.
Habibi, 3 days ago or 4 days ago, we had a Zionist Jew on the show. So we've had all kinds of people.
Well, that's really great.
That was wild.
What is actually the platform that you're actually posting on?
Right now we're posting on Danny, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, and all streaming services,
Oh,
and pretty much every social media. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
We have our own
so
website.
Clubhouse also, right?
Nope, we're not on Clubhouse.
Not on Clubhouse.
No.
I don't. Is it even Clubhouse a real thing? I thought it's dead.
Yeah, it was popping during COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Because I know Elon Musk was on it at one point.
At some point, yeah, the people started to have it like publicized because all these people opening up.
Do you think that was
podcasts, but
bullshit? Do you think that was complete bullshit? That was just the
Yeah.
marketing team. They're like, yeah,
It is
Elon
the
Musk is
marketing
gonna.
scheme actually to increase actually the income for that app. So yeah.
I'll definitely do
I
that.
started on a smaller platform called Spoon.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about it.
No.
It's like a Middle Eastern thing, but
No one
nobody
knows
heard
it.
about it.
Is it with Spooky?
I'm not sure, like who's
Spooky
in it.
GG?
There's a person called Gigi in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Spooky GG. Yeah.
Yeah, I know these guys. Gigi, the Moroccan girl.
I don't know if he's Moroccan. Danny, where's Spooky from? Bahraini.
Oh, okay. No, that.
He has like 1 million YouTubers or 1 million Instagrammer followers.
Oh.
Biggest gaming content creator in the Middle East.
He's
okay.
funny as hell. He's so funny. Mashallah alayh.
Well, best of luck to him.
You looked almost jealous when I said that.
No, best of luck to him. Like, I'm sorry, but I didn't care.
I don't know what to tell you. He's an interesting dude. You should check him out. I mean, he makes you laugh. So that's all I can say.
Well,
He's been on the show. I can't talk bad about him. When
oh,
people
of
ask me
course,
about
yeah,
you,
yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh no, he's a
I'm gonna
dickhead.
watch that, like,
I have to be nice. I can't be
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah.
well, yeah, I won't say anything about him. But yeah, in terms of like influencer and these things, I'm not keeping up with those things. to be
Start a
honest.
show, Habibi. Interview people. Talk to them about their problems. You'll help a lot more people, and you connect with them at an incredible level.
Well, hopefully.
You
Hopefully
should.
when I actually have the time. But so far, I'm devoting my time for Saturn, the Discord group.
Yeah.
If actually people want to be part of that group,
ليش بالساتن? Why are you with Discord?
what?
Why are you on a Discord channel?
Why am I on the Discord channel? Because it's more personal, more like
Why don't you own the back end? Why don't you do a server, own the website, and push people to post from that avenue? Because right now, if Discord, ما يعجبك الcontent حقك or whatever, they turn you off and you're done. You're خلاص.
not necessarily.
Absolutely. If Instagram doesn't like us, we're gone from Instagram.
But Discord is a messenger. It's a messenger application.
I agree.
But it's basically I've been on it for a long time.
I agree, but you don't own the back end of it. That's what I'm saying.
You mean you want me to develop my own thing?
You don't even have to develop your own thing because there are services available that you can do it and incorporate to your own website, right? And it's not going to cost you a lot of money, and it's not going to cost you a lot of time.
Of course, yeah.
And the more you do that, the more you can then be secure, and you don't have to worry so much.
Yeah, true. But in my way, it's more actually professional in doing it in Discord, because we always keep things like if things are going like, for example, we're dealing with schizophrenic people
Okay.
who deal with self-harm.
Okay.
That's beyond our help.
Sure.
So what we do is actually we connect them with the places that can contact them.
Can you do that same thing on your website?
It is possible, but how can we have the contact? So far, by having Discord, you can actually trace them and know who they are.
And you can do the same with your
the same
website.
country, you can actually let someone know that this person needs professional help.
You can
we're not capable of giving that.
I agree, but you can do the same exact thing from your website. In fact, you have more control from your own website.
Yeah, but we're talking about the moment.
And I'm telling you, your goal should not be, let me build this Discord. Because who are you helping? You're not helping them, and you're not helping you. What you're helping is the company Discord, right?
Well, yeah,
that's
true.
the end of the business. Is who you're...
But my goal is not actually to gain anything.
It's not about getting anything. It's about being able to provide a better service.
Well, I'm providing as much as I can at that Discord.
وهذا ليش قاعد
And
أقول.
that was with my capabilities.
أنا بس أقول لك اجلس فكر على وش حمد قال. قول oh maybe website I run it. What would be the benefits? بس فكر. When you take a shower or shave or you're just relaxed, تقول
Yeah, before going to sleep while something is working on.
Of course, while you're staring in the mirror.
Friends is in the background on
While
Netflix, and you're just giving it your back. Yeah, I should open up a website. So.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
can stare at
this-
yourself
this
naked
would-
in the
this
mirror
would-
and think about it too. There you
It
go.
would be like something that would be in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, افتح.
But
Be
so
open to
far,
it.
More of focusing on now, because as much as you might see me, I'm okay. As much as I'm actually suffering from other stuff. So I don't want to actually like
Publish it?
Yeah, publish it. I don't know how many people watch you, so
You're that worried? 5000.
5000.
اي على انستغرام.
Hi 5000.
Yeah. You can sell your website عليه or your Discord.
Yeah, just add me on Discord /
It's okay. Give your pitch. We'll put it in.
Well, I don't even know my the whole link for the entry of that.
If you're looking for a group who are operating in the Middle East, who can potentially help you go through some difficult times, you should check out Discord of
Saturn.
Saturn.
It is called Saturn.
Okay,
I'm
Discord of
publish-
Saturn. There you go.
I'm publishing it even more soon.
Okay.
So yeah, but so far I'm in the process of employing Satyrians, which is the people of Saturn or Saturn.
I got that reference. I'm just not connecting the dots. Why are you looking for people who are not from Saturn?
At the beginning, we need people that devote their time for these people.
Sure.
So I'm not gonna
Upwork.
be there all the time.
لا
I'll be
روح
working.
Upwork.
I'll be-
روح Upwork.
What?
Upwork.com.
Upwork?
Yeah. Hire online Filipino for $2 an hour and that's it.
Why would I hire people if there's people that are willing to help people for no benefit?
Yeah, but when you pay someone $2 an hour, you know that they're fucking on that Discord channel. You know they're working. People who do things for free, they don't have a record of having good time management.
Yeah, it's true, but at the end, like it's always been global. Like the first Saturn and we did, it's been like globally known from east to west.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
So we had like over 1,000 people on that, and we had like the members that are the Satyrians. There were 16, and the main member, the co-founder, was me and my friend Peter. So we established that, and we made a huge community
MashaAllah.
that we helped a lot of people across the world.
MashaAllah.
But we didn't gain fame from it because that wasn't our goal. The only goal is to actually be there for the people that even sometimes they don't want to even say it in the public.
صح. Well, how
And
about
the
that?
public thing.
How about this? Come to our studio and we'll do a full 2-hour episode or more, and he can tell me about the full Saturn. Then I'm مسكين محمد قاعد جالس.
I took a lot of his time. Besides, anyways,